This June, the Abilene Quilters Guild is hosting its 25th Stars Over Abilene Regional Quilt Show. Here with us now is Amy Konzak, and thank you for joining us today. This quilt is absolutely gorgeous. I was just explaining to you kind of some sentimental value that quilts have to a lot of people. My grandmother, made them as I grew up. Do you think it's kind of a lost art, or there's still people out there who are making quilts?
Oh, there's lots of people out there making quilts. Absolutely.
Let's talk about the Quilters Guild and what do y'all do?
We have two different raffle quilts that we do a year. We do one for the West Texas Rehab, and then we do the one for our quilt show. And so this one, all the money that we make from this one will go to our Cancer Services Network here in Abilene. So everything that we get in, that will donate that money to them.
And so how can people get raffle tickets? Is it at the show coming up in June, or can they go ahead and purchase those ahead of time?
Yes, on our Facebook page, we will be posting the place where the quilt is going to be at. So at some of the quilt stores.
Okay.
We're going to be at the art walk that's coming up on the 14th. The Business Expo, it's going to be there. And then on the Facebook page, it will have where it's going to be at, and then and then we'll sell tickets up to the day before we raffle it off, which will be June the 8th.
And tell me about this quilt. You said you designed it, and
Yes.
then you and some other ladies put it together.
Yes.
Where did this design come from?
We had a pattern originally. We have this one here is a log cabin block, and then we had these stars. And the fabric was cut, and then we were trying to put it together. It didn't quite work out. So we kind of had to rearrange and redesign the whole thing, and so this is what we came out with. The log cabin block is a very versatile block. If you would arrange it a different way, it would make a completely different pattern. And so we just kind of kept working with that until voila, it was there, and it was gorgeous.
How long have you been making quilts?
3 years.
3 years. And what made you want to get into this art?
The quilt. I've always liked to do crafts.
Okay.
I was into card making and scrapbooking and stuff at first, and then I went to a quilt show, and I'm like, that looks like a lot of fun, and so that's when I kind of started.
And for this quilt specifically, how long did it take you and these ladies to really sit down and put it all together to make it what it is today?
It took us about 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
By the time we got it all cut and then put together and then quilted, and then we had to bind it to close it off at the end.
So there really is a lot of hard work that go into these quilts. What else takes place at the quilt show? I mean, you obviously have hundreds of quilts that are for sale.
Yes, we have lots for hanging, for display, that are fun to look at, and then we do have vendors that are there. Some of them are fabric based, but then we're also going to have other ones. There's a person there that will have like different kind of tools.
Cool.
And they'll have some woodworking, so you can hang the quilt in your house with a nice, very pretty wood piece. And then we may have some other non-fabric kind of vendors there. So there'll be some stuff to look at.
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on today. I'm sure we'll see you back here again before the show coming up in June. So if you would like to come out for the quilt show, it will be at the Abilene Convention Center on June 7th and 8th. For more information, you can call 665-2724. And of course, we'll have a link where you can learn more along with this interview on our website, bigcountryhomepage.com.